about TxCell and the core technology that you're developing?
So TxCell is a French biotechnology company. We are listed on Euronext. We are an immunotherapy player, and what makes us different is that we are the only company in the world to work exclusively on regulatory T cells. Regulatory T cells are a subset of T cells that were discovered in the late 90s and which have proven properties to fight inflammation. So very naturally we develop those cellular therapy products to fight autoimmunity and inflammatory conditions, such as Crohn disease, for example. Our lead compound is currently in the Phase IIb in Crohn, or non-infectious uveitis. Our second lead product is in non-infectious uveitis, and for which we expect to start a first clinical trial towards the end of this year. But really, we are a platform company with the potential to develop many products. Crohn and uveitis being only just an example, or a few examples of what we can do.
Why is the TxCell story interesting right now?
Well, that's a good question. We've been through a lot of restructuring in 2015. We've changed the business model. We were previously vertically integrated in the sense that we had our own GMP manufacturing site, and we've decided to externalize or outsource all manufacturing to really focus on R&D and process development and business development. So we are, let's say, a new story now. The restructuring is behind us. Now we are ready to deliver on a very aggressive plan, very ambitious plan for the next 5 years with, let's say, a leaner organization and more focused towards things that are going to create value in the future.
What are some key milestones and potential stock catalysts to look out for over the next 12 to 24 months?
Sure. So we expect first to start our Phase IIb in Crohn in Q2 2016, and if everything goes well, this trial should deliver clinical data, at least top-line clinical data, by the end of 2017-2018. We also expect to start our first in-man study with the second product, which is called Treg. It's in non-infectious uveitis, towards the end of the year or early next year, and that trial should as well deliver top-line data sometimes in early 2018. So obviously the next 2 years will be very busy in terms of new clinical catalyst. And in between the start or the initiation of these trials and the top-line data, we expect to have to generate more in vivo proof of concept on other programs, and hopefully, if everything goes well, sign also a new partnership on our product or on the rest of the platform, as it is a strategic intent to enter into this kind of partnership on a regular basis.
So can you discuss some of the key challenges that you face in developing your technology, and how does your approach compare to peers in your sector?
Sure. Well, I think we are no different from the peers in the sector in terms of what are the most critical challenges, namely manufacturing. And so we are investing a lot of money, like all our peers are doing, in making sure that within the next 2 or 3 years, we will have a manufacturing process that will be viable economically. And this is our biggest challenge, but quite frankly, we don't see any issues or obstacles that we cannot address.
What's your view on securing development and commercialization partners?
Yeah, we are a platform company, and we have a potential to develop multiple products. And being humble, we know that we won't be able to develop all these products by ourselves. So partnering or entering into new business deal, new partnership, is core to our strategy. And so we are currently discussing or having a few discussion to hopefully as soon as 2016 start to enter into this first, at least the first deal of that nature. And the kind of partnership we are currently contemplating is what we call exclusive disease franchise deal, by which we would give exclusive access to one or two platforms on a specific disease franchise to let's say a large pharma or large biotech, and in that sense become really their cell therapy option among many other technological options. And that story has started to be told to the industry a few months back, and I have to say it's resonating very well. So to come back to your question, I'm confident that within the next, let's say 18-24 months, we'll be able to have some interesting news on that front.
And finally, can you summarise your outlook for the current year in terms of operational, financial and strategic goals?
The short term, my main goal is to be able to resume our clinical trial in Crohn, which has been on hold for 12 months when we had these manufacturing issues. And I'm optimistic that this trial can resume in Q2 as expected. And then subsequently, or even before maybe, we expect to generate some very critical, interesting data, preclinical, in vivo proof of concept for the new CAR-Treg platform. So these are my two main, let's say, goals in the short term. One very operational, and one, let's say, more scientific. And that I hope will create a lot of value for the company on the shoulders.